Yo, what's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm bringing you guys the Melodious video that I talked about in yesterday's video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. But I played against all three Legend of Destruction deck back to back to back, and the Melodious one was the most impressive, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Melodious was definitely the most impressive. They put up a pretty crazy board, so we're just gonna jump straight into it. I definitely made a lot of mistakes here. I'm gonna talk about a way I could have potentially, stuck in this game. I'm not gonna say won this game, but it's definitely stuck in this game. I open up Foolish Burial Goods, Rhino, Tier Cash, Rhino, Planet. The opponent opens up Ash Blossom, Concerto, Couplet, Ogre, and Refrain. Okay, so he obviously won the rock, paper, scissors. He's going first. He's going to start by normal summoning, using the effect to go search, and then I was like very confused on what he was doing. He just summoned that out. I was reading, I'm like, I don't know these cards. How did he summon that? What's going on? But he just takes it back. He's like, my bad. Yeah, I just double normaled. But then he activates the fusion spell here, which can fuse with the pendulum scales. So he's gonna fuse, and he's going to go ahead and make the Baka the Melodious, and this card says, while you control this fusion summon card, the activated effects of Melodious fusion monsters cannot be negated. You can only use the following effects of Baka once per turn. If this card is special summoned, you can special summon one Melodious monster from your deck. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Melodious monster in your graveyard except Baka, special summon it in defense. This card says if a Melodious fusion monster is special summoned to your field while this card face up in your extra deck, you can place this card in your pendulum zone. Baka summons out the Shapina, and then the Songstress will scale itself here. So summon that out, and then that gets scaled, and then its pendulum effect is to dump, and then this guy's effect, once per turn, soft, you can target one light fairy monster in your graveyard, add it to your hand, and then it says you cannot activate non-light monster effects during the turn you activate this effect. So he's going to use the effect to add back the Couplet, and then activate the Couplet. This card says if this card is added to your hand except by drawing it, you can reveal it, special summon a level 4 lower Melodious monster from your hand or grave. And then if a Melodious fusion monster is special summoned to your field while this card is faced up in your extra deck, you can place this card in your pen zone. They special summon the Soprana, and then Soprana adds back, and then Soprana is like non-once per turn fusion. So they go and make this big guy flowering E-Toil. So this card is, you can banish any number of Melodious monsters you control, then you can return up to that many face-up cards your opponent controls to the hand. You can only use the effect of this card when it's named once per turn. If this face-up fusion summon card in its owner's control leaves the field by an opponent's card, you can special summon a Melodious monster from your deck or extra deck. So this is the big bounce here. It can bounce like 2 to 3, depending on how many they have on their field. Obviously, this card puts back and draws one, that reborns, and then this card effect again, like I said, soft once per turn. Most of these cards are soft once per turn, I'm starting to realize. So they special that out. They make the Link 2. This card's kind of crazy. If this card is Link summoned, you can discard one card, special summon 2 Melodious monsters with different levels from your deck. And it also has the effect, if a Melodious monster this card points to attacks, your opponent cannot activate cards or effects until the end of the damage step. So, a little something to know against Tenpai. So he summons 2 from the deck. Now, these cards are what gave me a real damn hassle. Like, this is actually just insane. So this card says, while this special summon card is on the field, Melodious monsters you control cannot be targeted by card effects or be destroyed by battle. And this one says, special summon Melodious monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. And then if this card was special summoned, all fairy monsters you control gain 300 attack. So can't be targeted, can't be destroyed by battle, can't be destroyed by card effects. So like very, very, very difficult to out, right? Like really, really tough. Especially for this deck. I do figure out the line later because I rewatched this game and I was trying to figure out how to beat this or, put up a fight. He pen summons the fusion again and then uses it to make this card, which is just insane against my deck. So during either player's turn, you can target up to 3 cards in any graveyard, banish them, and if you do, this card gains 200 attack for each. And this effect can only be used once while face up on the field, like Baron's restriction. And then he goes ahead and passes turn there. I draw into a happy. So he has a tag out bounce for up to 4. Okay. He has a banish 3 from the graveyard, basically a shuffler, and he basically has this little lock where they can't be targeted, destroyed by battle, or destroyed by card effects. So it's really sticky board and really kind of difficult to out. But I did see the line after this game. So here I just start with Rhino, or Pearl Rhino, sorry, and I go search Sharon. I think this is all fine up until this point. I go Foolish Burial Goods, dump Trivi Karma. Trivi Karma, I end up searching Scream, which I still think is probably correct here. Then we activate the Scream. We activate the Sharon to try to, mill. He hits me with Ash Blossom. Then I proceed to normal summon Rhino, use Rhino Chainlink 1, Scream Chainlink 2. So we go mill Beast King, Shadal Beast, and King Sarcophagus there. and then we dump the Havness, and then I say Havness 1, Beast 2. He changed the Schuberta. I don't know. These names are crazy. He changed the Schuberta. I'm going to say Shuffler. It's not even a Shuffler. It's a Banisher, but I'm going to call it a Shuffler because basically it does what Shuffler do. So he changed the Shuffler-esque monster to banish my Beast King Havness and King Sarcophagus out of my graveyard, which is fine. I draw Malicious off Beast. Fantastic. Next up, we go Tier Limits Kashtiri, like tries to Ogre. I don't know. That was weird. So we banish Rhino from hand. We go Tier Cash Mill. We get very lucky with the mills. We hit a Merly and a Solik here. So this is where I think I messed up and I could have maybe had a chance in this game. So what I do is not the right play. We will watch it anyway though. So I trigger Merly, Solik, sure. I add Tier Cash, which is fine. But here I just make Mud Dragon of the Swamp, which just, you know, loses to everything. Like my next play just loses. So that was pretty bad. What I could have done though, because I had the Shaddoll Beast in the graveyard, right? So if I go Merly plus Beast and make a Winda, right? I use Planet Pop. And if he doesn't use this bounce effect immediately after that, then he has another thing coming for him, because I can go overlay Typhon, because I recently added Typhon to the deck. This is another reason I wasn't thinking about it, because I recently added it to the deck. But Typhon would have actually been really crazy in this spot because it's my only out to any of his board, really, right? Like I can't go SP, I can't, you know, go shuffle back, I can't go access code. So my only out is really a non-target banish or a non-target bounce, which Typhon is a non-target bounce. So if I go Winda, and then I go Typhon on top of the Tier Cash, right? All right, y'all. Editor Ash has entered the chat, man. I'm editing this video right now that you guys are watching. I was about to explain a line that did not work, okay? So what I was about to say was I should have made Winda instead of making the Mud Dragon, because then I could go Typhon on top of Tier Cash, and this is at 31 because, you know, this guy's giving him attack boost. I thought I was cheeky. But that's just not the case because I use Scream. This guy's actually at 26 because of the Scream. So if I do go Typhon, you know, all my stuff gets bounced and I can't special summon and I don't win anyway. Yeah, looking back at this duel, I actually don't think there was a way for me to break this board with the stuff that I had in my extra deck. You know, no Goddess. You know, Goddess isn't out. This is where Snake Eyes having Zelantis is just so crazy because Zelantis is just absolutely busted. Obviously, they could just wait till they summon the Zelantis and then bounce it back, but that's where Zelantis, like, Zelantis just out so much random stuff, like being able to reset, doesn't target, doesn't do any of that. So yeah, so I actually don't think I did have an out in this situation. If you guys find one, definitely let me know. Like, the only ones I can think of is like Goddess, Mirror Jade. Like I said, non-target bounce, non-target banish are the only two ways you have of dealing with this board. Like I can't go SP, I can't go access code, I can't beat over anything. So it's just really, really tough. So honestly, this deck is pretty impressive. He did go first. I wonder how it would perform going second, but I mean, I'll just fast forward for the rest of the game for you guys because I had to come in and do this, you know, edit because what I was saying was incorrect and we can't put out something that's, you know, incorrect. So at least up to my knowledge, you know, like I might put out something that's incorrect, but that's where you guys come in and correct me and whatnot and we all get better. So if you guys figured out an out for that board or something, let me know. I couldn't figure it out. But here I just go Grief and I thought I was real nice by playing around the Bestial. I was going to make Dangerous. I was going to pitch Trivi Karma. It was going to be so great, but he had the Bell for me. So I just, crazy voice crack right there. But yeah, he just goes Pot of Prosperity. He hits Branded Fusion. It's not really Branded Fusion, but it's this card. If you control no monsters, fusion summon a Melodious fusion monsters from your extra deck using 2 monsters from your hand and or deck its fusion material. So he just grabs that, and then I quickly scoop it up. But yeah, man, yesterday I actually played against a Melodious voiceless voice player. So if you guys want that video, definitely let me know. Leave a like, drop a comment. Let me know that you guys want to see that, and I will get that to you guys. But like I said at the beginning of the video, I actually didn't say it. I just put a pop-up in while I was editing because I forgot to say it. But I'm live on Twitch right now. Pull up twitch.tv/don'tashme, and hopefully we aren't getting cooked by Melodious. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video.